Welcome, welcome. Still for sale, by the way. Whole resort ready to rock and roll. Been re-roofed in recent years. I'm brokering real estate now. I want 5%. Right, we're going to see if the park's open for a start. If the park's open, then the gym's probably open inside. I see a skateboarding dude already in there, so that's a sign. A couple of skateboarders. Jeez. I've not been on a skateboard for years. Got to buy sticky rice again. No surprise there. No matter what your ability is, whatever your limitations are, always come out for a bit of exercise. I'm liking it. People are using the gym. Looks fairly busy. That's one of my pet hates, is waiting around to use equipment. So I think we're going to be here for an early start tomorrow. We can even take your motorbike in now. All good. However, it still says it's closed and you can't come in. They've not opened all the gates yet. Oh, I forget that. What's that French game with the bowls? Is it not Kaplunk? Something like that. Hey Kernbells, welcome. Oh yeah, hardly any carbs are going into my body, Kernbells. You've got 4 stone. We're talking 24 kilos nearly lost in total. We're dropping about a pound a day at the moment. Don't know what's going on here. Sounds like a cat in distress. Maybe one of the monkeys have got it. There's some monkeys in this park, you know. I really need a shave. But thank you, Kernbells. Yes, this I definitely don't need the gym yet. Very soon though. Got to get fit and firm. I thought it's a cat, it's a baby. Ooh, all the shops are open down the side as well, which is good. I thought that was a cat, I didn't realise it was a baby. Sounds tired, or a baby that doesn't want to leave the park yet. Oh, someone's pushed the barriers back. eateries along here. Got a bit of a she's having difficulty reversing. I think they only teach you at the driving school to go forward. I could be wrong. Sorry, car. Yeah, she'll do it. She's going safety enough. She's in reverse. Oh, you know when they fry those chilies and it takes your breath away, just got a mouthful. What size of them prawns? Alright, that. Good. Huge prawns. I haven't seen prawns like that since I was in Australia. Did you see those prawns? Yeah, I've got to run around. It's quite nice though, it's a bit overcast, so it's not so hot. Beach is looking busy, mainly locals, and those not so far out of the village, I'm sure, come here. Have a look. It's a joyous, of course it's Sunday, isn't it? So there's going to be a lot of people here. Look at that. Nearly every space is taken on the beach. Yeah, 24 kilos almost. 2 kilos last week, 2 kilos the week before. Just over or just under, give or take. Pound or two. Let's go down on the beach now, shall we? Sit down and get a drink. I have brought a drink out with me today. Got my mask on. So, I think the tide's right in. Just go and have a look. Last time I did that I nearly fell. Nearly fell again. It's only a way. I'm getting old. Don't you know? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Nearly fell in. Yeah, still drink beer. Can drink beer. I'm not a big beer drinker though. I'll probably have 1 or 2 a week. So I guess it's next to nothing. But yeah, it's not really, I wouldn't call it a diet, it's just using my legs again, you know. When the body starts saying, oh, thanks for this. Now let's burn off some of this storage that you've got on you. So we're doing a bit of fasting. I can just feel, bloody hell, prickly heat coming on. I'm sure it's this t-shirt, I had bad luck with it last time. charger on. I always have a big problem with prickly heat. How do you deal with it? I only ever remember having it for the first time this trip. Unless I just didn't know what it was before. It is really weird. I haven't got it bad. But even pressing down on my skin is irritating some of the nerve endings and giving that feeling of little needles being put in. And what I tell you has been good is this non-allergenic, or whatever it's called, allergic talcum powder. And there's plenty of good cooling powders, some with I noticed in CJ Supermarket they've got a few different options. Some of them actually got prickly heat written right across them. Good for prickly heat. It looks like it's Western imported stuff as well, or manufactured under license over here. Hey Michael, welcome, good evening. Prep for work, drywall today. How many projects are you going to be completing this year? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten today. Oh, that's the other thing we're doing as well. I say I'm doing is fasting, and today I'm fasting. Again, I just tend to go with when I feel as if I haven't got an appetite. And that's a good time to do the fasting on that day for me. That's how I'm playing. I'm playing the fasting by ear at the moment. I've read up on all the benefits. There's at least 10 benefits to intermittent fasting. I've got no problem with it at all, no qualms. Again, it all starts in the mind, right? If you want it enough, you want to do something or achieve something enough, you can easily do it. It's not a problem. You leave no room for doubt. What I have made a huge mistake on is actually calculating the time I've lost this weight. I keep on saying it's been over 4 months for 3 stone, and it's nearly 4 stone in less than 3 months. I keep thinking I've been here for more than 3 months already. I've not. In fact, what's the date today? I think I've got at least another week and a half before I've been here 3 months. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It definitely makes it more harder. But again, I can enjoy the fruits of all the food afterwards, and on most days I'm eating, so, and the food's better, it's fresher, you know. We're living right on the sea right now, that pier over there. I can come down and buy fresh fish like it's only been hauled on the boat half an hour previous, so if that was my thing. You're getting big bunches of green vegetables, like a good punnet of, it's not a punnet, it's usually a punnet of fruit, isn't it? A good bunch of veg. like that to last a couple of days for a few meals, mixing it in with stuff, and that's £5. The fresh veg in this village is fantastic, great selection. And the fruits, of course. And I was eating lots of mango to start with. Not had a lot of mango in recent days. We're getting ready to. I think he's just got one customer on at the moment. You've got to pick your spot along here to get right down into the water. You've got to climb down over these boulders. There's it's a row of 3. Obviously doing a good job on keeping all this sand up here. Yeah, so what you've got is, I can't remember the name of this beach over here. I'll zoom in a bit for you. Right, over here, if you look up the marina near Narjomtien, that's that. Somebody said the other day it's the largest marina in Southeast Asia. Well, I think the busiest port, which is totally different, the busiest port, I think even in the world, is in Singapore, I think. Anyway, so that's, I digress, so that's where the big marina is. And then over here, you've got Narjomtien, N-A and then Jomtien. And then over here, see if we can zoom in a bit more. There you go. A bit wobbly. So over there you've got, see that tower? That's in Jomtien. And then at the end here on the peninsula, that's Cozy Beach, Pratamnak Hill on the peninsula there. And then beyond that, skyline there, beyond that is then Pattaya. There you go. That's Koh Lan right over there. There we go. So yeah, it's over that way, Pattaya. So literally, Sukhumvit, take you all the way into Pattaya in, well, Pattaya Jomtien, 20 minutes, that's all. It's a fast old road, that Sukhumvit. 4 lanes of chaos at some point on a busy day. And this is why we find here the water's so tranquil and clear, because we've got the topography over here of these mountains protecting this lovely fishing village community and sea. So it's working really well. But there are condos, not too much of a high rise in way of condos popping up, you know, about 6-8 floors. Not really high, but they're coming in. I don't know if there is a restriction on the height they can go up to. Clearly isn't right over there. I don't know about it improving too much over the last few months, but here has been it's always been very clear. You can see your feet. I don't go in the sea unless I can see my feet at height, at waist height. No, it's definitely clearer here than Jomtien. Pattaya, well, it's not, Pattaya is not even worth considering. That would be the acid test would be to go to Pattaya's water edge and look in the water there. have to determine whether or not it's cleared up. I guess it would have to a degree because there's less boats and tours and people on the beach, right? It doesn't take long for nature to help start recovering itself. That said, I don't know too much about the El Niño effect, where a lot of the coral has died and been bleached. So we're very fortunate to have been stuck in this village. As I said to a few of you before, we planned back in February to come here. I've been speaking to the community now for getting on for 6 months. And in February I was speaking to them and asking them were there any places worthy of a video review. Some we've done, there's quite a few more to be done on the list. And we've done others that weren't on the list, and it's a lot better than I thought. Now, a couple of people said, "Ah, yeah, but you haven't got all the young girls there and the bars." Well, I'm sorry, you haven't got them in Pattaya either at the moment. And the lockdown wasn't as strict here, although it has been in Chonburi. Local governor of each district can make it more stricter, and at some point it was quite restrictive in Pattaya. Not too dissimilar from here, but yeah, I don't know the stats on raw pollution from hotels being pumped into here. Don't know how much of that goes on. If I actually thought that was going on in any great way, there's no way I'd be going in the water. No way. Why do that to your body? My goodness. Who would want to go in the sea where the raw sewage is being pumped into the sea? Oh my goodness, no. That's terrible thinking that. Oh. People do though. I don't know if it's through ignorance or what. If they don't know what they don't know. Let's plonk you down a minute, I'll just get a drink. Check this guy out. I wanted one of these when I first saw them. Look, he's actually above the water. Where is he? Can you see him over there? He's got a surfboard. Like a surfboard. It's a motorised surfboard, and he literally is it's like a hydrofoil. It lifts him out of the water, so he's standing about a foot above the water. When he comes back, I'll show you. Great little toy. So you stand on it like a skateboard and just steer it like that. You've got a little controller in your hand which controls the speed, and yeah, it looks fun. Can't remember where I first saw it now. So you hold like a leash. You hold on to a leash which powers it. Let's see if you can see him now. Look. You see him over there? It's like he's hovering. It's really surreal. Now you'll have to rewind it unless he comes closer. Yeah, I think he's coming in closer. Where is he? I don't know where he's gone. Oh, he's fallen off. He's having a rest, he's lying down on it. It obviously can take your full weight when it's not under power. So you can lie on it like a surfboard. 3 or 4 foot the stem that comes down from the board, and then it goes out in a T shape, and it's curved in such a way so when it's under power from the propeller, away you go. It's a rechargeable thing, so you just plug it in overnight and then go surfing for the day. Surfing under power. Who saw my little sneak preview of the power glider? So he came over this beach, and from my previous condo on the balcony I could hear him but I couldn't see him. He was just like a bit of a dot in the distance a mile away. I was thinking, I wish he'd come close over here. I wish he'd come this way. I kept thinking that, And then he did then he turned and he came straight towards the airfield, which is on the way to Utah Airport. There's an airfield there I think he was heading for. So I think, it'd be great if he could see me. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. So he's going near Sukhumvit and he's done a complete 180 turn towards me and just aims for my balcony. I just could not believe it. It was like he was listening to me. There's that guy, look. Yeah, so I've got this on video this guy flying this power glider, and he's aiming directly for my condo, and as if he heard me, and he's just coming closer and closer, and he's not 4 yards away, and he starts waving at me. I'm like, how does he bloody know I was here? And then he did like a bit of a fancy turn and came back again, waved again, and then off he went. That was really weird. So did you see him that time? Oh no, I've got sand in my shoes already. You don't want to be walking loads with sand in your shoes. Oh, blisters, holes in your socks. I think you've run out of fuel. Yeah, it looks fun, right? And probably a lot easier if you can skateboard a little and you're quite good with your balance. I guess you use, I'm quite sure you're using your body weight and your all your muscles in your legs and whatnot, as you would in skateboarding, to move it. And then you've just got this little handle, this trigger, that powers the speed, and as you progress in the speed, it lifts up out of the water just like a hydrofoil. There he goes again. Seems to be enjoying himself, so that's good for the old core and firming up the old muscles in your stomach, sides and legs. Yeah, they weren't cheap when I looked at them. In fact, down at the marina, Potato Droner did a video down there, and I think he said he's even got a contract with them to do all their videography using the drone, but I've not seen him down this way for a while. In any case, they were exhibiting them there, and I looked it up online, and yeah, it looked really good. I'm sure they were probably featured in a gadget show or gadget magazine as well in recent years. Some rain right out there in the horizon. Any rain tonight? I think we're going to get some nice colours as the sun sets. What's the time now? It's sunset in about 50 minutes. About 6:42. I think the sunset is now. We could stay out here, couldn't we, at the beach? Better than walking around the streets. I only came down here for a recce anyway, so I'm not really looking at doing any power walking or any great distance. I reckon we could get some nice colours on the water and on the sunset tonight. I can't remember how many sticky rices I was supposed to be buying today. I think it was 4. Glorious 1080p. Ouch! Anybody else's eardrums bursting? Try and get the money shot when the old sun goes down a bit more. Always ends in tears. Where's my deck chair? By the way, I downloaded a new app last week for the weather. Just getting more and more conscious of how dangerous it is to be out or near lightning when it comes, because it, if you recall from that live stream that we did the other week, where we had over 200 lightning strikes in a couple of hours, over 100 at least, and this weather app, it's called Weatherbug, brilliant. Use it worldwide. It alerts you to storms coming in. Literally every time there's been a storm here, every time there's been lightning and a bit of a rainstorm or electric storm coming, it will alert me, and within 5 minutes, yeah, sure enough, we can see lightning out the window. Superb. It alerts you every time there's lightning, I think within 20 kilometres away from you. Because apparently you can still get struck by lightning like 20 kilometres away. You might have blue sky sunshine, but you can still get struck by lightning. As soon as I see the first insect, then I'm going. In the mornings, when you come down the beach and walk along here, and the sand's soft, or even when it's moist like this, you'll see little footprints of rats, or little claws all the way along. Well, they've been running up and down all night. Potato! Hey, you can get an insurance policy for anything, right? Read the small print. None of them will give you the cover for whatever happens to you, I'm sure. But my grandfather always used to say, they're the only companies in the world that can legally break the law, he said. Yeah, every time you should, if you're due a financial compensation, always claim for it. It reminds me, actually, I've got an email to send. Stuck in my drawer. By the way, the laptop is now working. It's been down for 4 days. I've had to reinstall the operating system software. Thankfully, I haven't lost anything. And the machine is faster. I have now gone back to the original pre-installed operating system called, no, it's not Windows 95. I think it's called Yosemite, or no, High Sierra, that's it. Operating system High Sierra. I think it was the latest software called High Catalina. Screwed up my computer. or a problem with a font that I downloaded. Oh my goodness, why do they have to scream? Welcome, potato. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, they do have a lot of rats. Sewage ones as well. Alright. What's that crawling on my arm? Can't see it. Oh, I'm running out of space on the phone. I didn't realise it was saving it to the phone as well. I've not asked it to. I'm sure my voice is sounding different today. Oh, Kernbells, well done. You have flight booked for August. Yeah, you can come in July. They're not stopping people coming in July, but you've got to go into 2 weeks mandatory quarantine now. You're given a choice of hotels and you've got to foot the bill. I don't know. Good for them. I think the UK is letting anybody and everybody still cross the borders. No, Kernbells I've not actually. The closest I've got to that is I've got these swimming shorts, you know, with the netted lining in, and they're a bit like Hawaiian style pattern on them, etc, etc. Just black and white. You could barely walk around the streets in them, but you'll stand out, especially in the village. And I put those on the other day just to go down to the shop, and my goodness, I noticed the difference. They're elasticated and they've also got a drawstring on them, and all that was at its max, pulled in tight, and they were barely staying up. They're going to fall off me. I've got to take 2 inches off of that. There's a seamstress nearby in the village, and I may get her to take them in a couple of inches. I definitely need taking in a couple of inches, but they will be unwearable. In fact, all my shorts will be the same at some point, especially the cargo shorts. Cargo shorts are already XXL tie style, and they are I'm already starting to look like as if I'm wearing a Hessian bag with a rough piece of rope as a belt holding them up, so they're getting bunched up too much. I don't know if they'd be able to be taken in, there's just so much. I reckon now a couple of pairs of shorts that I have, and I'll take a photo of it, I can get me and Miss Tastic in them at the same time easily. We could both wear those shorts at the same time. But no, I've taken no measurements, and I've had no goals apart from getting fitter, and weight loss is just as a result of getting fitter. I knew that would happen without having the target of weight loss. Miss TT's given me a goal of 110 kilos. She's decided against 100 kilos now. 100 kilos would be twice her weight. She's changed her mind and she'd be content with 110. And I think that brings it into, what's that, around 15 to, no, is it about 16 stone? I don't know. Well, Kern, I am documenting some of what I'm doing, if you need inspiration. But I won't even talk about dieting and exercising first. They're just your other two building blocks. Your biggest one and the hardest one is your mindset, right? If you want something inspiring, I have already made a channel. I've got about 8 YouTube channels, by the way, and I've got one called or is this, I'm not sure if this is a public one yet, From Fat to Fit at 50. I've got another one called Muay Thai Tastic, Muay Thai as in Thai boxing, Muay Thai Tastic, that's another channel of mine. That one is, I was looking before I came over here at a school that can provide me with an education visa to learn at their school, and I was going to go full on, starting off at 3 days a week, then just after a week going to this place 5 times a week, and utilising my PMA, positive mental attitude, and my skills from Taekwondo and my confidence from dive mastering, then to get fit using Muay Thai. So I was going to combine all of those three together, and that was at Toddy's gym. Mindset, yeah, so that's the foundation of your success, your mindset first, for sure. And there are many ways I can help you with that, because I had to train a lot of people with their mindset. Well, since I was, as far as I'm concerned, since I was about late teens, I've been teaching people in some way or another, but mindset, for sure, almost on a daily basis from about 20 years ago. If you need any particular videos to watch, I have one in mind. It's an hour and a half long, or audio book, if you want actually the hard copy of the book. Let me know and I can send you a detail to that. You can have the video for free. I've got link to it. There's only one source at the moment of the video. In fact, I need to put it up again somewhere else, but I can send you the link to that, which will definitely help with your mindset for achieving anything really, and attracting what it is you want. So yeah, even like Potato said there, you don't even have to call it exercise. You can just call it, I'm going out for a stroll, and then just increase the length of that stroll or the pace. If you haven't got much time, work out how you can make more time, and then work out, okay, well, I've got more time now, maybe not be so hard on myself. And I don't do any power walking, I'm just going for a stroll and sitting down, sweating it out. But yeah, belly fat is one of the worst forms of fat you can have around your waist. It's there for a reason, to take it away from your organs, but then it can cause problems down there, and you don't want that. But yeah, you could easily lose that pot belly, and if you like beer, carry on drinking beer. It may take you longer, but you'll still achieve it if you want to achieve it enough. you can do it. If I wanted one of those boats within 12 months, no problem, I could have one of those boats. Whatever it is you want, you can achieve. And the second thing there, Potato said, like, diet. You know, a lot of people, even if you talk to others about what it is you're doing, and you say, oh, no, I'm not on any diet. I'm just conscious of what I'm eating is now better for me than the stuff I've been eating and drinking before. Or I'm doing exactly the same, but not in the same amounts. Or I've changed when I'm eating in order to correctly utilise the energy that food's giving me, etc, etc, you know. And that's why a lot of people start to rebrand their diets as a lifestyle choice and change, right? It's another way of selling either to themselves or a product to help people lose weight. But yeah, start with your mindset. You know, you've probably wanted to get rid of that pot belly before then, but you've not wanted to get rid of it enough, otherwise you would have done something about it, even just investigate how to do it. Don't assume you know. And some people talk about carbohydrates. Oh, avoid the carbohydrates. No, 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 no. Avoid the wrong carbohydrates. Some of those complex carbohydrates release their energy over time. You're not getting spikes in insulin levels and all sorts. It's interesting. The person, out of you 4,450 people that subscribe to this channel, the one you want to be touching up with regards to studying the most about food and drink is Fidelity Questa. Fidelity Questa's lost over 300 pounds, by the way. He's done a lot of studies on what's out there, what's good and bad, because it depends on the individual as well, what the goal is and the period of time over as to what might be best for you. Yeah. No, Potatoes, Potato's alright, he's a nice fella. But yeah, white potato, you know, I love sweet potato. In New Zealand they call it kumeras, and I think that's how it's pronounced. Kumera. And that's when I was first introduced to sweet potato. Oh, I love it. Sweet potato and a bit of sour cream or a knob of butter, a little sprinkle of Himalayan salt, low sodium salt, sprinkling of pepper, lovely. Filling, much better for you, much better for you than white potato. Yeah, he's going some speed on that. Yeah, see, and all this stuff you can still have, but we have to get off our asses and do something about it, right? Like I said, I've only been walking. When I came here, I think I've told you guys before, when I came here I had struggled to walk 10 to 15 minutes. That's how much my body was seizing up. That's just through lack of exercise more than just being overweight. And I soon managed to get, wow, this is great, now I can walk nearly half an hour. And this is like, because I was in pain. And then I would ache as a result of using the muscles again. At first I thought it's because I've been struggling with the bloody luggage. Just pulling it, you know, even the hand luggage, I've got a big rucksack with all my drone equipment. And I thought it was that at first that was aching me so much. But it wasn't, it was just because I wouldn't use my back muscles in lifting bags that heavy before as well. And before I know it, within a month and a half, I'm walking like an hour. And now I'm almost unstoppable. When I start to feel my ankle, because it's from a problem that I've had in my ankle, I twisted it badly. Thankfully I didn't break it. I don't know if it was a hairline fracture, but I really twisted it badly and carried on dancing on it in a drunken stupor in a nightclub in Manchester years and years ago. And it serves me right, jumping around like a fool. I really twisted my ankle bad, and it's coming back to bite me in the bum. But as I strengthen it, and you know, one of you guys gave me some muscle strengthening exercises because I was feeling it in my knee as well. Well, my knee is pretty much back to normal now, but the first few weeks of being here, oh my gosh, I was struggling. Do it daily as much as possible, especially when you're doing so little, and just build it up. Even if it's an extra 5 minutes the following day, or even the following week, if you're struggling that much, just increase it. And then when you find your body telling you, hold on a minute, there's a bit of pain here, listen to your body. Don't listen to these people that say, oh, no pain, no gain. That's crap. Your body's giving you pain for a reason. You don't want to make matters worse for the long run or cause a bigger problem in the short term. Oh, brakes are... You've got to have brakes. It's like my landlord right now, he's been working every day solid. He's doing... Because he's restrictive as to his monies because of this lockdown we've had. Every day he's been doing all the cleaning, all the ironing, all the washing, everything in his hotel he's been doing. And his body's told him today, like, hold on a minute, you need to take a rest. And he didn't even realise how much he needed that rest until he started taking it. And then he's good to go for another couple of weeks. I don't know what his diet's like, but you know, your sleeping patterns, restful sleep has got to be good. If you need help with sleep, you can try this tonight, or you can ask me later. Send me a message and I'll send you the link to the one I use. I listen to binaural beats on headphones at night sometimes, and that gives me lucid dreaming and, my gosh, such a deep, restful sleep. It's unbelievable, and it works. You just have the volume, so you can just hear it, and it stimulates your brain in a different way. And wow, it's amazing. It really is amazing. And you can go then by having less sleep because you've had such a restful sleep. Anyway, as I said, if you need help, just message me and I'll send you a link. Otherwise you can carry on talking about your pot bellies and feeling inspired and not do anything about it. End of class. Is that the money shot? turning into the anti-drama channel full of positiveness or what? King Epic has just published a new video. From King Epic's narration, his accent, where would you say he's from? Answers in the chat. Yeah, use them for sleep. Kern bells. There is one in particular, because some of them are not that good, and some of the companies that push them out are not that clever either. They're just jumping on the bandwagon. And there's a particular one that I play. It's 8 hours long. You just fall asleep with your headphones on or your headphones in. That's better. You want to really try and isolate any other noise that might be around. So you're listening to that and that only, and it's friggin' amazing. At one point, I was that enamoured with this particular track. Almost every night, I would say 99% of the time, for 6 months. About a year or two ago, when I first came across it, I just couldn't believe it. The sleep was phenomenal. So restful, but it was the dream, so I love dreaming. The dreaming was just wow. Oh, he's from Melbourne, is he? I wasn't 100% sure. I did detect a little bit of Antipodean in his voice. Wouldn't it be good if we could live stream from the scuba diving session? I wonder if anybody's done that yet. When we get the drone up again, I'll get someone to fly it for me over their property, and we do a live stream from the drone. The plan is also to fly it from their property into the into an electrical storm, see what happens. What do you reckon? We've got 2 drones. We'll send one up into the skies when it's lightning. Yeah, King Epic. I've enjoyed his videos. It's a lot of B-roll. Most of his, if I recall, if I recall correctly, King Epic's his narrated video dropped on to B-roll, right? Just full of B-roll to complement the subject matter. Dead frame, that's right. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he tells you how it is as well, right? King Epic and Dead frame. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't really place King Epics. It's like maybe he's English but's done a lot of travelling and he's lost his pure English accent. If there is such a thing as pure English accent. The Queen's English, I say, oh chap. What oh, that could be the money shot. get Steadicam going. Land. Still quite a few people at the beach. That statue there, by the way, is made out of wood. Looks like stone. It's a wood carving. Marina. Na Jom Tien. Batam Neck Hill, Cozy Beach. I guess not that I was targeting the weight loss predominantly, but I knew it would come off quickly, the weight as well, because just through the 2 months of training I was going through when I was doing scuba diving, I lost a stone in weight per month doing the training for that. That was bloody awesome. That was the last time I remember being so fit. It was like I could just swim for hours, even though you got fins on, like, but it seemed that the energy was just forever. And you could eat like a horse and not put on weight because you was just scuba diving for 6 days a week, and along with the dive mastering, you're carrying these tanks of air on and off the boat and filling them up and washing people's equipment. What's best to do is, by the time I've ended this stream later, I'll forget to look. I rarely go through the live chat again. So, do you use Facebook? Maybe you can send me a message on Facebook. In the descriptions of any of my videos, you will see loads of different ways you can get hold of me. There's the links. Use one of those methods. Or even if you put in a message in one of the comments of one of the videos right now, that would be best for me. I've got no notepad and pen here, but do that and I'll dig it out for you. As soon as I get back, I'll send it to you, no problem. But only if you promise to report back after a couple of days and tell me what you think. Brilliant. I'm sure the tide is coming in more. I've got splashed a couple of times. It's definitely losing the beach here. I think we're going to get colours from the sunset right up high tonight because there's so much darkness. It's looking very dark on the camera. We've got rain right over there to the south of Kolan, a little bit of rain. And right over there as well, I think that's like Monkey Island in front of the naval base. The naval base is just 15 minutes away. The lights have come on over there on the restaurants on the water. I've not seen any mosquitoes yet, so we're staying here until we see our first mosquito. There are definitely more bugs flying around. Yeah, just leave me a message, no problem. And anything else you need help with. It's really good. You can, I'll tell you, this is how good, and I'm using a different one at the moment on SoundCloud. It's only 2 hours long, and I forget to put it on repeat, which I'm not even sure you can do in SoundCloud. So it just keeps repeating the same 2 hours over and over again. But that one will, and the other one, when you know when you get up in the morning and you think, oh, you feel a bit groggy and you're like you haven't slept that well, even though you was asleep for 8+ hours. It's been restless. It's no good, right? But after listening to these two particular tracks that I tend to on my go-to sounds for sleeping, I'm like, you're up like a spring chicken in the morning, and bang, you're up and about as if you've already been awake for an hour, and you're like wide awake, and you feel as if you've already had a coffee or something. You know, when people have to, I've got to have my morning coffee in the mornings. It's like medicine. I can't start the day without my coffee. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? You're addicted to the caffeine, or the effect that the caffeine gives you. I don't think it's the taste, otherwise you'd be drinking it most of the day, as some people do. Caffeine's a drug. And don't be looking for sugar-free drinks either. If you really need sugar, don't be going and get these sugar-free drinks. They're worse for you. Well, that's another thing as well. Is, like when I really cut out the carbs, it only takes 2 weeks for a carb, what's it called, a carb crush, when your body desires something badly. Get the term now. It goes away after 2 weeks. Brilliant. So you don't fancy like scoffing your face full of white bread sandwiches and starchy foods. Starchy cravings and carbohydrate cravings go after just 2 weeks. Awesome. Yeah, craving. Because you haven't got to crave it like in your head. It's like your body's craving it first, right? Those cravings go. Even like, you know, when I've been walking into the supermarkets and I've gone down that aisle and then turned, and then it's the beer aisle, and I'm like, oh yeah, we talked about this weeks and weeks ago. I could murder a beer. Why? It's your body's lack of alcohol intake now yearning for it. That's even gone now, and that's been gone for the last, I'd say only in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So that's a bit weird. But yeah, still have whatever you like. You can still do whatever you like and still achieve what it is you want. It's just knowing how to do it. Lovely skies. The tranquility of the beach being marred by the continuous humming and roaring of Yamaha jet skis. Alright, we're going to get struggling with the light soon, and the picture is going to start to get a bit lackluster, for want of a better phrase. Because the iPhone's not that clever in low light. So pleased though, I can actually stream in 1080p from this and do so much with it. Ask me anything. Ooh, getting splashed too much now. Right, I'm going to make a move. Ugh. Actually, we're going to have words with the data planners. The data plan I was on was unlimited for 200 baht, speed 10 megabits per second. I bought that again, that's what I asked for, and then I got a text coming through saying no, you've only got 30 gigabyte. So I'm a bit miffed, and I will be going back to the shop on our way back to show them the text I received. I've been sold short. I will be checking after this stream. What how much of it's used. I made a point of asking 2 or 3 times. I want the same as before, 200 baht for unlimited. Oh, I'm getting too wet here. It's splashing me nearly on every wave now. So I use True Move H or whatever it's called. True, and then it says True H. And I think the brand is True Move. I get texts from them, and they use about 4 or 5 different names, but it's True anyway. True. Let's get a swig of this first. Mouthwash from the dentist. Oh, it can be much more pleasant when it's cloudy. I know, and it lasted 2 months nearly. Would you believe it? Per month, 200 baht. I paid for what they call a tourist SIM card for 49 baht, which gave me a very little bit of credit. And then I told them, look, I'm not interested in making calls. I just want the internet, and I don't want to be running out. They said 200 baht for the month, so I'm having it, and it was 10 megabytes per second speed. It never dropped below that really, but it did go above it, way above it. I think the highest I recorded was about 105, 106 megabits download speed. Even the upload speed was in the 90s at one point. It's crazy. It was up and down all the time, but it was usually above what I paid for sure. So I've been very pleased with it, but I won't have the piss taken out of me. I don't care where they're from, who they are, or how many mistakes they've made before. No, it was right. I don't know what it was called. I don't know what the package was called, but it was unlimited, and I've got it in writing. It says unlimited. But right, I'm going to stream all sorts then. And editing takes so long still to do it right for the standard, the minimum standard I want. It still takes too long to edit. My time is more valuable than money. But yeah, it was unlimited, 200 baht. Even Miss TT, she was saying, no, when you got Wi-Fi in the room, use the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, hell no, it's not as fast. I'm going to use the phone. And I was hotspotting the laptop to it, and it was awesome. She even had a go at me a couple of times thinking it was going to run out. I said, no, it's unlimited, don't you understand? Unlimited. So I think she thought maybe I just misinterpreted what I got, but no, I've got it in writing, it's unlimited. And I'm going to show them the text, and that's what I want again. Right, I'll put you in my little baggie. I'll shake you around a bit. I've got a bit of a numb bum sitting on these seats, sitting on these boulders. Right, watch me fall in now. If I think about it enough, I will bleed and fall in. I'm drenched. Oh, right, God. It's my coccyx, you know, it's my coccyx. This is going to be interesting trying to get up here now. This is quite steep. I think I'm going to have to use my hands. 200 baht every week? Wow. That's like $35 a month then. Which is like Western prices, right? I ought to be paying Western prices over here. Yeah, I can send you a screenshot of the text. I wonder if they've given it a name, this unlimited thing. Unless it was because maybe I bought the first time I've been with them. I'm like a first time customer to them, and they only give it to you when you're first starting out. That might be it, because as soon as you do a top up, they send you an instant text as well to upsell you double the speed for the same amount of time for an extra 15 baht, but you've only got 15 minutes to do it. So they're upselling you straight away, and they're sending you text on a daily basis. They've already given me a rebate as well within the first month. They gave me a rebate of 189 baht, which I didn't understand, and I think that might have been because I went in and complained about something, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it is, but I got another rebate after topping up, this time of 169 baht. But I think that can only be used for certain packages, but all the same, it's like, you know, for the month, if I use that rebate towards something, then this month has only cost me 30 baht. But the text this time around has only said 30 baht is 30 gigabytes is the maximum I've got at 10 megabyte minimum speed. So what happens after that, I don't know if it goes to 285 or 284, whatever it is, kilobytes per second speed, or 128, I don't know. I think those speeds will be too slow. Anyway, I digress. I've talked for hours about stuff like that. Alright, let's get out. Trying to get up. My legs are not strong enough yet. That's why I need to get to the gym. got to go back into town, into the village. I'm going to go this way. Very well passing these. Got to watch your head. I banged my head about 2 or 3 times on these canopies that are built for the height of a Thai person.